It's scary though. Even in the slow moves, but in fairness, like he was running too fast. Like I mean, he ran right into him, so that momentum's gonna go somewhere, I guess.
Gravity. It can't hold us back if we keep moving forward. Limits. We stretch them, break them, set them. Our passion, unbeatable. Our devotion, unstoppable. They call us speed chasers, the fast lane philosophers. Engineers of ever better motorsports bred cars, driven by endurance, precision, and raising bars. Designed for the spirit of racing within us all. Running the perfect lap, closing the seconds gap. Then, doing it again, but faster. Nothing stops us pushing the limits for better. This is Gazoo Racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to all of you. Happy Saturday. The cars are all getting ready. Behind me, the mechanics are all getting themselves ready. And are you ready? Because right now, we are live coming to you at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit for the Toyota Vios Gold Championship 2026, round number 3. My name is Mio Adlan. Thank you so much for joining us down here live. As mentioned, thank you so much for joining us on all our socials where you're watching us now. As mentioned, this is round number 3 that we are bringing to you here for 3 different classes in regards of the Vios Go Championship, mainly the super sporting class, the sporting class, as well as the rookie class as well. And another information that we'd like to share with you, actually not just another, a lot more information that we'd like to share with you for this weekend, today and tomorrow. It is double championship points are on offer for all the drivers will be competing in a special 1-hour endurance race. And if you want to talk about the full Sepang circuit experience this summer as well, the fact that it is double points, all of the drivers, regardless of whatever classes that they are in, they will be racing for the full 5.543 kilometers of the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. It is quite demanding. It will test the skills, it will test the endurance, the fitness, as well as their capability to maneuver this great track of ours down here as well. So a bit of a sharing as well. I believe our commentators will share this, but we do want to share with you first the championship watch of what is happening in regards of the super sporting category. Nabi Azlan is leading the championship so far with 58 points, and he's being closely monitored or closely followed by his laser motor racing teammate Adi Rahimi, who just sits 9 points behind him. And for the sporting class as well, we have the leader Justin To leading the standings by 49 points, and Elson Liu who's not far behind, only 3 points behind, and Adam Mikael is at third place with just 2 points behind Elson. And also the rookies category as well, very interesting indeed. The 17-year-old Imran Iskandar is leading so far with 63 points. He holds a slender 2-point advantage over Alvin Lim. And as mentioned as well, this particular race today and tomorrow, it is a double point championship. Anything can happen. Granted, the drivers, the cars that you see behind me, they are all on the same specs. It's the same car across all three categories, so nobody really has a proper advantage against another. What's important, or should I say what comes in play, is purely the skills of maneuvering on this infamous track. So later on, we're going to be talking to a few of the drivers behind us. But first of all, let's go to our commentators. We have Matthews and Victor. Gents.
Thank you very much, Mio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Toyota Gazoo Racing Round 3. And this is the 60-minute endurance race. You're alongside me, Matthews Isaac. And right next to me, it is Victor Cass, as we bring you all the action that happens here in Sepang International Circuit as we are about to go for the race that we have been waiting for the round 3 especially. Victor, how's your feelings and thoughts so far, man? We are in round 3 right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good feeling, isn't it? We're going to be doing the full length of this circuit here, the Sepang International Circuit. It's a bit of a cloudy day outside. Forecast-wise, not really a chance of rain, although you never know when it comes to Sepang itself. But I'm definitely very excited. These drivers are certainly been raring to go have a go at this. It's going to be a 60-minute long endurance race, this one is, so a bit of a difference compared to our previous rounds. But certainly the racing action is definitely one to watch out for.
Absolutely, that is one thing to actually look forward to. In the meantime, we got all of our races lining up, as you can see on your screens at the moment. You can see all the different categories are all clumped up into one, and it's going to be a long weekend for them, because we also have tomorrow, remember? And that is the main thing for today. So let's have a look on the rookie class. As you can see, these are all of our rookie sensation that will be fighting in this race category as well there, Victor.
Yeah, we got Ngo Yong Jian, we got Erwin Lim, we also got Darren Arif, Ethan Lowe is going to be joining us for the second time in this season. We also got Imran Iskandar. He's definitely going to be one to watch out for as he qualified in pole position for these rookie class. And then we have a look at sporting class. We have a big list of names going over here, but the most important ones are going to be those who are going to be in the front row for that grid itself. Arif Asmi has qualified in pole position for this race. Dutch Izrin Ayman also going to be on the front row. He will be alongside Arif Avmi for this start. So that's definitely something that's going to be exciting to watch here in the first minutes of racing. But don't forget Elson Liu and Aditya Patnaik, two drivers who also had standout performances in this season, will be starting on that second row. So that will be something to watch out for.
Absolutely, and this is the super sporting class. You can see very interesting names that we have seen from the past, and also a couple of them will be joining in this race as well. But one thing for sure is that, you know, this is the one that is the main one for me, because they are fighting for the biggest championship. And let's see who will be crowned a champion for this season. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we still got one more round to go in around October. But at the moment, it is all eyes on our round 3. We're going to be having a little bit insight from one of our racers that will be on the track very shortly. And let's see how things unfold for that there, Victor.
Yeah, let's head over to Mior, who'll be interviewing Nabil Aslan.
Down here at P4, we have the championship leader so far, Nabil Aslan, a bit of a veteran, even though being a young man down here. Nabil, championship leading, obviously that's a very good thing to be at, but of course double points for this weekend, and you're carrying a 35-kilogram ballast. Any tactics that you can share with us down here?
Yeah, no, ideally we want to score as much points as we can, but at the same time we don't want to be rocking up more weights in our car. So ideally, if we can finish in the top 4, that'd be really good for us.
And of course the fact that you're racing, you know, for the Vios goal challenge, again, you being a rookie as well, you know, in regards of the development and yourself, this race obviously is very close to your heart.
Yeah, so, you know, I can never leave TGR Vios ever, because this is where I started off racing. And, you know, it's such a good championship in Malaysia, because there's not much like it. You know, it's the only one cup race in Malaysia, and it's the most exhilarating and most competitive in Malaysia, I feel.
All right, great stuff. We hope to see you later on the podium, tomorrow on the podium, inshallah. Okay, good luck to you. Jens, back to you.
All right, that is some interesting takes from our main man over there, Nabil Aslan. Nabil Aslan, right?
Yes, there's
Yes, Nabil
Nabil.
Aslan, one of the Aslan brothers. Of course, he also, I agree on what he said there, Victor. Toyota Gazoo Racing has been one of the biggest and the most competitive racing scene in Malaysia, not only for this year, not only for the past year, but also since the start of season 1 until now. It has built into a huge, huge competition. The pride and also the prestige has, bloomed over the years, and I'm very, very privileged to be here alongside with you, Victor.
The privilege is always great, isn't it? I mean, it's been a lot of years they've been running this competition here, but yeah, it's great to see Nabil Aslan. Hopefully, not too shaken after his crash during TSS not too long ago, but yeah, certainly we'll be seeing a lot from that. We're going to be going on to Mio, who has an interview now with our pole position sitter, Freddie Ang.
Freddie Young, let's go.
All right, guys. Now I'm together with Freddie Ang, who is at a P1. Congratulations on the qualifying, but qualifying means nothing because, of course, we got a 1-hour race down here. So, mate, you are third in the overall championship, but double points in regards of these 2 rounds, all to play for.
Yeah, definitely. Most importantly is to finish the race, that's for sure. Yeah, and see how everything goes. It's a 1-hour race, long race, so yep, it'll be fun.
Yeah, and I've mentioned over on the camera as well the fact that everybody uses the same machine, same set of tires. It all comes down to skill and your capabilities. How confident are you in delivering something at least today and to bring such better hopes for tomorrow?
I mean, we have a big advantage. We're starting first, so we have a clear track ahead. Definitely just to pace. Again, it's a long race. Anything can happen. So just pace and bring it home.
All right,
we started.
Okay, cool. So good luck to you. We're just going to let you race and see you later. Gents.
All right, so we got more and more interesting takes from most of our races. But at the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be going into the race very shortly. As time is ticking away, we can see most of the spectators, the crew chiefs are all leaving the track right now. Perhaps we have another 1 to 2 minutes before we get into the race, Victor.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, you can already see the stickers on the rear left side of the windows. This tells you how much ballast these guys are carrying. They're certainly carrying a lot after round 2. This is the circuit we're going to be running on here, Sepang International Circuit. The full layout, all 15 turns, 5.5 kilometers. This is going to be a very long race, no doubt, for our drivers here. But 60 minutes, that's why we give them plenty of time to have fun out there. But certainly, this one as well is going to be a double points round itself, so that's why it's a huge opportunity for Freddie Ang. I mean, round 2 did not turn out the way that he wanted with retirement, so he's certainly on the back foot, even though he was leading at the start of the season after round 1. So this is going to be his best shot to try to catch up to Nabil Aslan, our current championship leader himself. But with only, how many points is that only behind? He's still only in 3rd position, and a lot of points on store for today, but a big rival in his case is going to be this man right here, Mitchell Chia. Qualified only in P2, but it's a very, very close qualifying time between the two of them. Only 0.2 of a second actually separates them during the qualifying session that we had earlier today. And certainly the two of them, I think, will be banging wheels all the way through the first lap of racing, because both of them also are in the hunt when it comes to this championship here. Mitchell Chia, of course, having won this previously, he's looking to try to add another cap to his helmet. Here we have William Ho. He is on 3rd position on the 2nd row. He's had a very, very good season so far in 2026, and with performances from last round, I think he's going to be looking to add that to the tally here today, and especially with the double points on the line. I think he's surely got the hunger in him.
Absolutely, that is what it takes to be in this race. And we are on board with the man who just gave us an interesting interview just now, Nabil Aslan, who is looking forward to get himself in the podium position, especially for round 4. But for now, it's all about him picking up the points that he needs. Well, Victor, the double points in it.
Yes, double points indeed. So that means it's all, I mean, again, when you're running a very long race like this one here, you know, you definitely want to be able to couch your expectations, but certainly you know that if you qualify in a good place, this would be a good place to get a championship run out. Timothy Yeo, who is going to be starting in that 5th position here in the super sporting class, he's also a bit of an outside chance, I think, when it comes to fighting amongst championship leaders, but certainly not that far away here. And here is Adi Rahimi, the teammate of Nabil Aslan, only 9 points behind when it comes to his championship, but he starts from a very far back sixth position. So, I mean, he's not too far away from Nabil Aslan, so that he has that going for him. But how he would love to be in the upper 2 rows there, especially on the front.
That's definitely one to look forward to. Well, I think we are about to go into the race. As you can see, everyone's leaving. Man, it's going to be a long 60-minute race for all of our racers on the track today.
Yeah, I think it's certainly a bit of a blessing, actually, when you think about it, for the weather condition right now, because even though it's like dry, it's cloudy, so it shouldn't be too hot. Although, as I say that, I think the temperature is still around 29 degrees, a bit brisk, but not too bad, considering like how Sepang can be like when the sun is blaring down on you, absolutely no cloud cover. So that should also help these drivers, I think, when it comes to the race itself, because during this 60-minute race, you have to use the same set of tires. There's no mandatory pit stops, as it were. But that also doubles sort of like the challenge, isn't it, when it comes to drivers, because they have to nurse these tires for the whole 60 minutes, where normally we run like half-hour races in 2026 season. So it's going to be double the challenge, but double the points, you know. So whoever does it really well, you know, this tire management ability here, they're going to be standing to win a lot out of this race.
Yep, they should not be taking this race as something like a complimentary or anything. You really have to go through, because the points that will be accumulated throughout the championship, so you got to put your entire focus onto it. So as you can see, most of the racers are coming around. As remember, this is going to be a full Sepang international track. Usually we'll be using the north side, or sometimes the south sides, of course, but today it is all about a full race. I think it's been some time there, Victor. We actually had a race with the full track.
Well, we did have one as well last season, you know, the same kind of format as well. But nevertheless, this is again a recap of the starting grid. Freddie Ang, Mitchell Chia in the front row, William Ho and Nabil Aslan in that second row, Timothy Yeo and Adi Rahimi in the third row. Then we have Kenneth Koh and Bradley Benedict. They're going to be starting in the fourth row. Tom Goh and Mohammad Shafiq Samsudin in the 10th row. Then following that, we will have Dato Ken Fu to round out Super Sporting. Then for the sporting class, Arif Azmi starts in the first position for that class. Tash Adrian Aiman going to be right behind him. Elson Liu will be in the row right alongside Aditya Patnaik as well. Following Mo Nai, came all the way from Thailand to race in this series here, has brilliant performances. Ian James and Nick THZ will be alongside each other here in 17th and 18th on the grid. Hendra Adeputra as well as Ng Chong Chin next to each other. Ng Aiksha, Dennis Ng, Lim Chun Beng, and Adam Mikhail in the following 2 rows here. Then we got Sophia Zara as well as Justin To. Nine, the other Thai driver, she's also going to be racing here and looking for a good position. Lo Yin Yi alongside Lo Yin Yi, another female driver. Then we got Ashin Shanmugatnam alongside Chu Yong Chun, both drivers who are looking for good performances this time around. Shanmugatnam Arumugam will be starting alongside Anaki. Imran Iskandar, this is the first of the rookies here. He qualified on pole in car number 6-7. Then we got Noah Yung Jen and Irvin Lim having good performances during practice, hopefully doing qualifying as well. Damien Arif as well as Ethan Lowe will round out our rookies this season. And here we go. All the drivers now getting themselves ready and warmed up for this 60-minute fight.
Well, looking at the weather, like what you said there, Victor, it's a good time for racing actually.
It's a Thai team looking on very intently here. Both Monai as well as Nine are looking to actually make improvements. The last round wasn't exactly the best for them when it comes to the class races, although they did do very well when it comes to the classic races. But it's so far, the championship points for the regular rounds has so far eluded them. So, I mean, Monai, we've seen what he's been able to do from last season. This season itself, it's Nine's first time amongst the sporting class, and she certainly had a trial by fire, if you will. So, well, we wish them all the best, though. They did certainly come a long way to race with us here at Sepang.
Absolutely, hailing all the way from Thailand. Let's see if they can cement their legacy in this Toyota Gazoo racing. Still a long way to go. As you can see, most of the fans are all ready before we go into the race right now.
Yeah, Mitchell was already getting very alongside Freddie. We're already on the back straight right now, so the safety car is expected to go into the pits. The lights are already off, so definitely we're going to be getting ourselves to racing soon. You can see the cars lining up very neatly. They're just waiting for all the cars to be piled up together and in a good position. There's the marshal reminding them to stay in a 2-by-2 formation. That means there's going to be 2 columns of cars according to their starting positions. We got the super sporting cars up in front. There's 11 of them in total. Then after that, we got the sporting class that's in the middle of the pack. And then lastly, at the very back are the rookies. So you can see the cars are getting backed up here by the safety car. Now, once the safety car pulls off, Freddie Ang will effectively be the effective safety car in this instance, going around the final corner. It's only after he passes the control line that the driver is allowed to pass. So until then, they will have to stay in their qualified positions.
That's why they're moving slowly there, Victor.
There we go. So the safety car is
Here we
peeling
go.
off. It's Freddie Ang and Mitchell Chia. Mitchell Chia on the inside. Freddie has to be a little bit ahead here, but they have to stay in that 2-by-2 formation. That's very important here for the start procedure. In the interest of fairness, it's going to be a rolling start, but again, it's only after Freddie Ang passes the control line that they are allowed to go. So
Coming around.
we're going to be waiting for the rookies who are going to be at the tail end to come around to line up. You can hear the drivers already getting the tires revved up, and it's go time. Round 3 for race number 1. It's go this Saturday, and already you can see cars jostling for position. Kenneth Cole having a look around the outside of Bradley Benedict, while Freddie Ang leads ahead, but it seems like William Ho is able to get himself slightly ahead of
Oh,
Mitchell
no.
Chow. We already got someone on the side. It's Hendra Adiputra, who is already pulled off to the side, while Freddie Ang is trying to desperately hold on to the lead here, blocking both William Ho as well as Mitchell Chia going to that second turn, and he stays in the lead.
It's just the start, and we can already see Mitchell Chung putting on the pressure onto Freddie Ang. Freddie Ang, despite being in the front, he's still got something to handle right now. As we can see, some of the races, some of the cars are coming through from here, and it's going to be a long way to go there, Victor.
Yeah, mostly 2 wide, some of them even 3 wide going to the first turn, but by the time we get now to the 4th turn, things are already coming single file line. Freddie Ang leads ahead of Mitchell Chia. William Ho in the battle right now with Timothy Yo. He has the inside line, Timothy has, so is he going to be challenging now to get ahead of William Ho by the time we get to the downhill section? No, William is going to be staying on the inside, keeping himself a nice defensive position here. Very brilliant fight right now for the 4th position. Nabil Aslan is looking to pick up some scraps as well. He's already slipped around here, and Timothy Yo has already lost out a lot of momentum. Look at that, William Ho around the outside of Timothy. You got Nabil Aslan nipping at his heels as well. He's going to be splitting the 2 cars, making it 3 wide right now as we come into this very fast right-hand bend.
Timothy, you're still holding on, but I don't
And
think
Nabil's
so.
in
It
front.
wasn't enough there, Victor.
Nabil is in front of Timothy.
Yep.
He's already got himself a place up, stays in P4, but William Ho is still fighting very hard with him right now to try to stay alongside with Timothy, though he gets a slip on the inside of Bajaya's hairpin, and he gets back in front of Nabil Aslan.
What a change of position that we're watching right now. All these cars are now fighting each other side by side. They're going very near to each other, but Timothy Young somehow able to make it in the front right now, but for how long? Nabil Aslan and also the rest are coming on with a lot of pace from the back. Well, we're just in 3 minutes in this race, Victor, and we're seeing lots of things happening.
A lot of things happening. Even Adi Rahimi is looking to pick up some scraps here. It looks like Timothy is falling very far back from the pack here. Adi Rahimi slips in front. He's going to be in front of 23, I think, into the penultimate corner. Whilst in the meantime, Nabil Aslan still not able to get the gains, but he is at least in front of William Ho right now. So he stays in P4, it seems. Though William is now sandwiched between both Nabil as well as Bradley Benedict, who's getting a bit of a toe right now on the back straight. He's looking for a chance right now to nip his way into the 5th position.
Lock and loaded there, Mitchell Chia right now, putting on all the pressure onto Freddie Ang. So going around towards the other straights right now. At the moment, we can still see lots of battles happening from P3, I would say, all the way to the back. Because every cars are very close to each other. Anything can happen at any moment. It's all about who's going to be making the move and who's going to be late on the brakes for this time. It's a long straight to go.
I saw Tom Go trying to stay on the inside, trying to defend hard against Mohammad Shafiq Samsudin in car number 88. That's the 2 cars right now that's further in the back of the line, but it looks like Tom Go is successfully able to peel away from that. Mitchell Chia in the meantime still attacking around the outside of Freddie, but still to no avail. In the meantime, a bit of movement coming out right now as Edison Liu is now having a look around the outside of turn 1. That's not going to work out too well. He's going to get past, though, getting to turn 2. Is he going to be able to keep his position right now at P12, or is he going to lose it out? Looks like the number 99 of Arif Asmi still stays in the lead for the sporting class.
He's doing his best there, but Freddie Young, talking about best, he's still being in the front row. And right behind, it is going to be Mitchell Chia still holding and putting on the pressure. It's just one thing for sure is whenever Mitchell Chia's at the back, you know it is going to be a problem for the one in the front. Not once, not twice, but throughout history that we have seen Mitchell Chia racing, he has always put on a performance when he's in this type of position there, Victor.
Still talking about very early days. We're only like 4 minutes into this race, but this is a good position though for Mitchell. Nevertheless, you know, staying close to Freddie Ang, constantly being able to take the toe off of him will mean that he will keep him under pressure, no doubt, in the early phase of this race. It's more going to be about the race management, I would say, in these 60-minute races. So it's more of a question of how well both Freddie as well as Mitchell are able to take care of the cars. Though in this instance, Freddie is going to have to spend a lot more time trying to defend. Going to have to take a bit of an inside line there to make sure he keeps Mitchell Chia's car blocked. And especially when the lap is this long here, he knows that one slip up from his side, Mitchell will pounce all over that opportunity. Look at that, cutting in front of Mitchell yet again here. Freddie Ang desperately trying to hold on to the lead.
He's just waiting for an opportunity now. He's just waiting for a small mistake by Freddie Ang. Freddie Ang, at this moment, he needs to be really fully focused in the front and not to make mistakes, because one small mistake is where things could go the other way around. And let's see if Freddie Ang is able to handle the pressure that's coming from the back. Car number 61, Mitchell Chia is definitely not going to let this go, but for a long, long way to go. I still believe, you know, there's lots of things that we can take from this race. But talking about the back there, Victor, Timothy Yao is still in P3.
He's done very well actually to break away from the fight he was having between himself, Nabil Aslan, as well as William Ho. So he's got a nice clear gap in front, so he wouldn't be lending too much toe to Nabil, who right now has to defend a lot more against William. Here we have Mitchell yet again still keeping Freddie under pressure. You also see at the same time Bradley Benedict, who won race 2 in the last round. He's going to be looking to keep William Ho under pressure this time, and certainly will have to toe when it comes to these straights. And that's why these cars are keeping so close, right? Especially on these long straights here. That slipstreaming effect that comes off of the cars is super important if they want to not only keep the pressure, but also to be able to gain advantage, because all these cars have the same power. They only will be separated when it comes to weight. And it's great to see, though, that these cars are still going 3 wide, maybe even 4 wide, but we're trying to get to turn 1 here. Look at this 3-way battle.
Ooh, it's going to be very interesting coming into the corner right now.
Yeah, that's DTXZ in the middle here. Ooh, he's in a very precarious position here. He's got Adam Mikhail on the inside. Can't really do much. He's got a bit of a damage in the rear bumper. We saw that in the first lap. Oh, bit of contact between him and Adam Mikhail this time as he still wants to stay in position. Forces Mikhail onto the grass. He's really trying to hang on for dear life here, is Nick.
Nick, I mean, we saw in the previous round, it's been one of the most aggressive races, but at the moment he's getting sandwiched there, Victor. He's got no way to go, left and right. But how about the pit stop for this race, Victor?
There's no mandatory pit stop, so you have to keep the health of the tires. So going off track like that, it's not going to lend them any favors. And well, with the damage on Nick's car, it's not too bad, but there's still the risk that you'll get called in for mechanical flag should the dangling bodywork pose a bit of a concern from race control. So that's something I guess the team probably will be nervously be anxious about right now. But as you can see so far, he's had no trouble racing with Adam Mikhail, although as I say that, the number 77, the blue G-Mark car, it's already in front. The 32 and 85 though, getting hit. Bargy right now. Over the sausage curb goes to the number 85, Danny Tung. He's still trying to hang around the outside there, trying to keep himself alongside. Now, here we go. This is Taj Isrin Ayman onto Tom Goh. They're from different classes though, but Isrin Ayman is doing his absolute best right now to keep himself ahead of Tom Goh, but unfortunately will be alongside in the uphill section.
I just saw through the window, he was actually pointing something. I do not know what he was pointing at there, Victor.
I think he was asking him to stay out of the way, because like they're not in the same class at all. Both Taj Ayman as well as Tom Goh. But here's the thing, Arun Azmi and Elson Liu, they are pulling ahead here, so Taj Ayman, if he wants to be mixing up amongst the top 3, or rather the top 2 right now for the sporting class, he needs to get past Tom Goh, and he needs to do it now.
He absolutely needs to do it now, but what a racing we're seeing from Taj Isrin Ayman, coming all the way from sim racing background. He has already cemented his legacy now, and now he is trying his very best to put one over here as well. Well, it's going to be still a long race in this endurance race, I would say. At the moment, Freddie Ang still leading in P1, P2 for Mitchell Chia, P3 for Timothy Yao at this moment. But all eyes is going to be on P3 all the way till the P10 there, Victor, because everyone is close to each other. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean, this is where like some of the sporting class drivers are mixed up into the back end of the super sporting class. The last of the super sporting classes is Dato Ken Fu. He's number 10, which is just coming up the top of the screens at the moment. Got Tachi Isrin Ayman in number 71, trying to have a peek around the inside there. In the meantime, up in front here, this is still very much the super sporting class that was in battle right now. This is the battle for P4. Nabil Aslan, William Ho, as well as Bradley Benedict in car number 6, 39 and 55 respectively, have been added for the last couple of laps, but so far neither driver are able to get one over the other, so it still remains Nabil Aslan up in that P4.
Yep, that is something to look forward to at the moment. Can still see some of the races coming on from the back. What's happening on the rookie class there, Victor?
We might have to look at Timothy Yeo soon because he's having the fastest lap in the last lap.
Yeah.
I saw him going to the inside.
2:52.
I thought I saw him going to the inside of Mitchell Chia. We'll have to see when we get him back on the screens again whether he's successfully made the pass. But as of right now, like he's the fastest one in the session. He's really looking to try to get not only a podium, he's already a P3, but he's looking maybe even make a charge for P2 right now. In the meantime, on his screens here, this is Elson Liu, who right now is in the lead for sporting class. What's happened here to Arif Asmi? I don't see him behind. Oh no, that is him behind in car number 99. So it looks like Elson has successfully wrestled away the lead in the sporting class, and this is going to be good news right now for Hong Huat.
I'm not surprised with the performance by Elson Liu so far, because even in the previous round, we saw how amazing he was. And he has been growing very strongly in the scene there, Victor. And I'm definitely going to see him as one of the top 3 racers in a couple of more seasons to come, because he has been putting on some really great performance so far, like the one we're seeing right now. And let's see how it takes for him in this race.
Well, Taj Ayman, even though he's already gotten past Tom Go, he's got a long gap before he gets to Dato Ken Fu, and only after that will be able to challenge Arif Asmi, but he's struggling even to stay in front of Tom. Look at that. Even on this
But Tom
downhill
and him
section.
are not in the same category, isn't it?
They're not in the same category, but again, same class of cars, same engine effectively, so it's not really much that separates these two cars in terms of actual performance. So that means that Tom is still able to fight, but look at that, Aditya Panaik is looking to try to make his way back up here. He lost several positions in the opening laps, and looks like he still is not able to get one over Tom Go, who successfully closes the door.
Oh, look at this. The bumper's about to fly out.
About to fly out here, number 68.
That is going to be our racer. All right, we will get the name very, very shortly. But at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, it has been crazy up here in Sepang International Circuit. If you just tune in, this is the Toyota Gazoo Racing, and this is the round 3 for season 9, as we are underway for lots of things that's happening on this race right now. But man, it is Freddie Ang leading this race in P1, Mitchell Chia on P2, Timothy Yao on P3, and we see lots of other racers wrestling past at the back, trying to get into the podium position, and that is none other than our amazing F1 driver, who has been very monumental for our rookie class there, Victor.
And speaking of the rookies, that's a lot of damage to the back of Yong Yun Jen's car. That's why he's trailing behind in the 4th position in the rookies class. Here's a little bit of a battle going on right now. 2 of the rookies trying to go up against each other. That's Ethan Lowe on the inside of Irvin Lim. Irvin is actually holding the lead right now in this rookie class. It's great to see that he's now having a bit of a fight here to try to hold that lead against Ethan, who is now only in his 2nd round of the season. He had to miss out the 1st round, of course, but now he's back into racing since round number 2, and his 3rd round getting double points. A huge opportunity for him to try to get one here, but now he's in the fight here with Irvin Lim, and that was a nice little battle we saw heating up there.
He's trying there. Let's see how he's able to handle the situation at the moment. It's car number 33, 36 and 64. 15 is joining at the back with the bumper that is almost about to fly out as well, I guess, David?
Yeah, that's Ngo Yung Jan.
Yeah,
Imran
Ngo Yung Jan.
Iskandar is the car 6-7 that's in front of him.
This is dangerous.
That one is dangerous. That one might call a mechanical flag, and that would be a huge blow to Ngo Yung Jan, who qualified quite well, actually, for the rookies class. He was, in fact, in the second position when we came to the rookie starting grid, and he's now trailing away in fourth position, and that bumper is trailing onto the asphalt as we speak here, and it's giving him, making him a bit of an open target right now for Megat Ayman, who is right now just, Megat Damien, who's just behind him, having a look at the outside now. It's nothing much that Nguyen Jen could do here with the drag coming out the back of his bumper. Here we have Freddie Ang. Huge lead he has over Mitchell Chia right now, who has successfully stayed ahead of Timothy. 1.7 seconds is the gap between Freddie and Mitchell right now, so Freddie is having a hell of a run at this point, whereas now Mitchell is starting to have to think about defense here, because Timothy, you know, with that fastest lap he did early on, he's showing that he's really on the pace right now. He really wants to try to challenge him for P2.
Absolutely, and for the sporting class, we still see Elton Liu still in P1, P2 for Arif Azmi. What happened to Arif Azmi's performance, Victor? He was doing really well earlier on. He was in the front.
I mean, he was in front for the sporting class, yeah, at the start of this, but Elson Liu seemed to have found a way to get past him. We didn't manage to catch that on camera, but we definitely saw Elson Liu in front of Arif Azmi. They're not too far apart, although over the last lap it was about 1.4 seconds. Let's see what it looks like after they come over the control line again. As looks like Bradley is looking to try to make a move on the William Ho once more. I mean, he finished in front of him last round. You get in front of him in turn one, under braking. Round the outside, no, William stays the line. He stays in position. But Bradley's going to wrestle it in the second turn. If William is not able to close the door, he's not able to close the door. They will still have to fight side by side now to turn three. Bradley forces him onto the grass, though. William Ho, as he still stays in this battle right now. This is heating up now for P5.
This is some battle we are watching right now. Can we see Bradley Benedict able to do the best out of it? Even in the previous round, we saw some heated battles between these two. We are continuing that in this endurance race so far. But at the moment, William Ho still wasn't able to hold on to, but there's still lots of doors being opened. Yeah, he almost wiggled over there. He lost contact.
William was really trying to slip his foot in the door, but that's going to cost him now because Kenneth Cole is going to cut him around the outside if he's not too careful. He lost out the momentum from that hit from Bradley, who now is able to pull away from William. Despite that, still remained in control of his car, even that very tricky section of Sepang National Circuit, turns 5 and 6, but still hangs on and still stays in front of William. That's the most important part here for Bradley Benedict.
For sure, it's just holding on to the position. That's the most important one. There you go. We have a look again. That was the contact. That was a little bit of a loss of control from the back, but I think Bradley Benedict was able to control that really well and still holding on to his current position, leaving William Ho behind. But remember, still a couple of turns to come. Things could change at any moment. Car number 46 lurking right there behind. And that is believed to be Kenneth Cole, Victor.
Yeah, it is Kenneth Cole. He's now looking to try to pick up some scraps here, following along in Bradley Benedict's trail. He moves in front of William Ho. Can he keep the position? I think he has done it there. Will be able to stay in a defensive position in the next turn. William still desperately trying to stay wing mirror to wing mirror right now, staying alongside on the outside of Kenneth Cole. He has to take onto the curb. That's going to slow him down. A bit of momentum. Adi Rahimi comes in for a tap in the behind. That's actually going to help William in this regard here, going to the penultimate turn, as now Adi Rahimi is going to be the one blocking off Kenneth Cole on the exit, and he unfortunately loses two positions, raises his hand in frustration there, asking Adi, what the heck are you doing?
I mean, he could not make much of that, but man, that was some intense movement coming through. Bradley Benedict still holding on in the front. William Ho right at the back. Car number 63, Adi Rahimi, is right now putting on some pressure as well. But this is going to be a five-way battle for this position at the moment as we are taking another round towards the long straights again. But man, how many minutes we have elapsed there, Victor?
We still have 42 minutes,
42 minutes!
Still a long way to go, and I think we're still going to be seeing a lot more battles like this, you know. And in the meantime, you know, we saw, Freddie Ang still in the lead. Timothy Yeo has actually gotten in front of Mitchell Chia, just out of our sights. He's gone over the control line in P2, so that's going to be very good news right now for Timothy. Just need to hold the place. Nick Jianzet still locked in this little battle here, this time against Monai in car number 89. That's a car that's in front. Just behind him is Danny's Ng. He's going to be looking to, Ng Chong Chin. He's going to be looking to try to find a way to stay alongside in this battle with Nick Jianzet, but Nick, he has some other ideas. Stays on the racing line, but Monai goes for the wide line. Still managed to close the door in the turn two despite that. So Nick still has to find another way.
Nick at the moment just holding on, just trying to put the pressure onto this Thailand international, who has shown us lots of amazing performance from the day he actually arrived here in Malaysia. Not, I would say, even in this race, but man, what a performance he has shown us. But can he do something about this for today? And that is car number 71 going too wide over there, Victor. But
oh, he's in the fight right now. Ira Asmi, he might actually be able to get in front here. This is going to be for P2 in the sporting class. He's going to be able to close the door, and Arif Asmi is going to be swallowed up here by Tom Go, as well as Aditya Patnaik, who is trying to stay alongside him in the wing mirror. But you also got Anna Mikhail poking in behind. Sporting class on, sporting class violence behind, while the super sporting driver, the Tom Go, he's in a chase there with Taj Ayman. We'll be able to use the slipstream next. But look at that, Anna Mikhail from the inside stays in front of Aditya Patnaik. He's going to be up in front of another super sporting class car.
man, it has been changing and changing. Like what Victor said, we have a lot more than 40 minutes to go. So expect lots of overtakings from every corner throughout this race, ladies and gentlemen. If you just tune in, this is Toyota Gazoo Racing, and we are underway for the 60-minute endurance race from all classes. And let's see how many double points that these races will be bringing home.
I was very curious to see why exactly Arif Asmi is struggling so much. I didn't notice, or rather I couldn't see, there are too much ballast being carried by his car here. But that's of course on the left-hand side window, so we haven't got quite the sight line to see that yet. Andy Kyle is carrying quite a fair bit of weight though, but he's able to stay in front of Aditya Patnaik. So not really too much problem, and really got into a very nice pass onto the inside there. But Aditya, he's in the running to try to get himself back up into the super sporting class here. And this time, he's going to be alongside Anna Mikhail now. A bit of side drafting action here. Having your nose a little bit there will have an opportunity to stay around the outside. Aerodynamic
something
effect
is flying
not
off.
as strong. That's a piece of bodywork finally has fallen off one of these cars here. Can't quite tell whose that is, but seems like it's right on that braking line. So that's going to be something to watch out for, I think.
Absolutely. We're still looking forward to the other races. Car number 46, Kenneth Cole right now, holding on the rest of the backs. Muhammad Shafiq Shamsuddin.
And it's Elson Liu
And
now.
Elson Liu as well.
Getting onto the inside of Muhammad Shafiq Shamsuddin. He's been climbing up the ranks here, and I think, this is what I'm suspecting here, is that the lighter weight of his car relative to the other front runners in the sporting class is actually helping Elson Liu in this round. So this is going to be a huge opportunity for the driver in the car number 93 here, the Honghuan X Armada KK car. Elson is looking to try to get the highest amount of double points he can for the sporting class, and given its pace right now, surpassing a lot of the guys in the super sporting class, is going to make it so hard right now for not only Taj Ayman, but much less Arif Azmi, who right away has fallen very far back. He's already down in 21st place. It's Arif Azmi, car number 99. I think he's having trouble with his car. There's no way that his pace is this bad right now. But nevertheless, Adi Rahimi also getting a bit of afters here. Goes on the inside, Shafiq Samsudin. Can he keep the door closed? Not quite. Shafiq is still going to be able to hang around the outside. That's going to give him an advantage to try to stay in position for the next turn. He's going to keep Adi Rahimi hanging around the shoulder. Over the curb he goes, and the door is closed for Adi Rahimi. Shafiq Samsudin, 88, up ahead of him.
Some really good performance by Shafiq so far to keep Adi Rahimi at the back, but still he's able to escape from the point over here, because if he stays very close, of course Adi Rahimi is definitely going to pounce on that. But still, the car number 46 ahead right now. That is Kenneth Ko still holding on. But if you're talking about the leadership, ladies and gentlemen, Freddie Ang is still in P1, Victor.
Still in P1. Timothy Yu is taking P2 away from Mitchell Chia, so that's been the change that we saw a couple laps ago. But that certainly means that for Freddie, his championship hopes might still be in the running here, but he still needs to hang on to that for another 37.5 minutes though, so it's not quite job done yet. The checkered flag is still a long way to go, and how Nick would wish he would be able to keep the checkered flag right now. He's in front of Monai.
Well, I think some of the racers definitely wish it was a 30 minutes race, but unfortunately we have another half to go. It's like football now, first half, second half. So yeah, we're entering into second half, Victor.
Hopefully no hydration breaks this time around.
and no halftime performance.
No halftime. We're going to be seeing a halfway point performance here if Monai is not able to hold on to his line here, because Ng Chong Chin is now all over him. That 15 kilograms is not doing any favors at all for Monai right now. He's already got passed by Nick Tietzet. Despite the slight damage in the rear, Nick doesn't seem to be affected too much performance. He's already up into P5 in the sporting class, but Monai, he wants to keep P6, but Ng Chong Chin still keeping him under pressure all the way to that final turn here.
She's putting on the pressure as much as he could. Car number 28 might be going through.
Ian James on the inside, he almost got the contact, or rather did have a bit of contact with Ng Chong Chin there. He's also looking to get a bit of action here.
So Ethan Lau is still leading in the rookie sensation there, Victor.
He's already leading in that,
Yeah.
Irvin Lim not able to hold back him at all. Adam Mikhail right now not able to hold back too much, I hope, in the braking zone of that, because he's still up against Aditya Patnaik, still not able to close the door too much on him, I expect. Not able to keep him behind long enough. They were, of course, Aditya was down just behind him here with last time around. This time, Adam Mikhail had to concede the position here, unfortunately. And that's allowing Aditya now to be in P3 here for the sporting class.
Yep, we're still moving forward. A couple of races right up in the front. This is car number 91. Aditya Patnaik, all the way from Thailand.
From India. Sorry.
From India, sorry, from India. I always get confused with the REK team.
Nevertheless,
Adi Rahimi
is really just keeping a little bit wide. They're still trying to stay ahead of Shamsi Samsudin here. Oh my goodness, I think the two of them, it was a pretty good pass that Adi was able to get onto him, but Shamsi Samsudin is not one to be taking these kinds of passes lying down, so he's going to definitely keep Adi under pressure as much as he can throughout this. In fact, he's already trying to creep around here, but Adi is going to be moving into the braking zone just in time. Slow the car down for this very tight hairpin. This is where one of the slowest points here for the Sabah National Circuit, and Adi Rahimi knows that this is the best. That's the best way to try to keep Shafiq behind, staying in front of him through that braking zone. He knows he is carrying a lot more weight, and that's why he's been struggling quite a bit here, I'm afraid, for the super sporting class. Started P6, but then now it's down to P8. He's lost out quite a bit of points here in this chase to keep up with his teammate Nabil Aslan, who is up into P4 right now. And given that this is a double points round, it's not really a position he wants to be necessarily.
For sure. So Freddie Young still leading this race in P1. This is car number 55 you are watching on your screen. Bradley Benedict keeping off William Ho at the back. Kenneth Cole at the same time. This keeping car number 93 at bay as well. Elson Liu, who's right now leading for the sporting class. And we still have half an hour to go there, Victor.
Half an hour to go, that's for sure. Oh, this is an interesting one here. I mean, that's Kenneth Cole at number 46.
Yeah.
He's being chased right now by Elson. Elson is the leader right now for the sporting class. Kenneth is in the super sporting class, but knowing how he races in that class itself, he's not one to give way that easily. So if Elson wants to continue to bring more carbs to gap between himself and Taj Ayman, he's going to have to do it the really hard way against a very hard racing driver. Speaking of hard racing, Taj Ayman almost had a look on the inside of Dr. Ken Fu. He needs to be able to clear him so they can bring the fight to Elson Liu, Eddie's son in this case. Yeah. But unfortunately, Dato Ken Fu is really not giving any quarters at all in those two turns. Taj Ayman's going to have to find another way.
I think racing is racing. That's what Dr. Ken Fu is thinking about. That's car number 99.
This was what I was afraid of. I saw Arif Asbi drop down the list. He was in P1 at the start of this race. He's dropped down to P10. Looks like he's managed to get the car restarted, or has he got it restarted? He's pulled a little bit, but now he's pulled. Now he's put on the brakes again. Could be a retirement here from him right now if he's not able to get going. Maybe he's just trying to get his car into position so he can stay out of the way and not incur a full course yellow in this case here. So, meantime, Mo Nai, he already had a warning just now for track limits. But I don't really blame the guy. He's really in the race for his life right now, having to stave off. Earlier, he was in the fight with Nick Tietzet, but Nick's already cleared him. Now, this time, Ian James and Ng Chong Chin. Ian James is already in front. He's going to try to stay in front of him. Stays in front quite nicely. So on that note, I think we should be able to get to a bit of an interview. Mior is in the pits right now with Alex Yong.
Here we go.
All right, guys, now I'm here together. As you can see, we got the famous birthday boy. Actually, Alex, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, 50 years old.
All right, no, I want to talk to you about the rookies. Granted, you are heading the whole program of the rookies down here for the Vios Challenge. They have been nothing but impressive on the track right now. Tell us more about that.
Well, it's been an exciting race so far. I mean, Irvin had a great first lap. I think he overtook like 8 sporting car drivers. And now Ethan's leading the race, and I can see that there's a bit of a ding-dong battle going on between them. Who knows what's going to happen yet? But yeah, overall, pretty happy with the rookies. You know, every year they impress me and they do a really good job.
It shows that every single year, the rookies tend to surprise us even more. You look back at the previous years, back in 2024, 25, and now 26. And that whole transition from the esports category jumping to in a real car, that must have not been easy for them.
Yeah, they don't surprise me anymore. They do the results I expect them to do. I mean, Malaysia is very lucky right now. We got a lot of good drivers from the rookie program. And you can see that, you know, they're racing abroad internationally, winning championships abroad, you know. So it's a proof of concept of what a great job Toyota's done.
Right. And I got some info on in regards of some sources that I have. Apparently, these drivers, the rookies, they're a bit too nice when it comes to racing, and that's not allowed, is it?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he just got some information over his here, so.
Yeah, a lot of these rookies are sim drivers or drivers who never knew they'd get a chance to go racing, you know. We pick them from all sorts of backgrounds, even guys who just do fun karts. So they're very grateful for the opportunity. That means that they come with an excellent attitude, you know, and they do tend to be a bit nice. So we try and get them to be a little bit more tough. Not tough, they are tough, but just a little bit more aggressive on track. Especially when they end up beating the sporting car drivers. They don't like that.
Exactly. So, I mean, kudos to you. Congratulations to your team. And of course, we do want to see the rookies perform the best that they can down here at the Vios Go Challenge. Back to you guys.
All right, so we are back on the track right now. You can still stay. Everything hasn't changed much from the leadership point of view. Freddie Young still leads the race in P1. Timothy Yao in second, third for Mitchell Chia. What else has changed, Victor?
Well, Ethan has actually dropped a position on track. He's still in the lead for the rookies class though, so he's not really worried in that regard. It's Ashin Shamgunathan who's gotten in front of him while Alex was speaking just now. But nevertheless, I think it's still a very, very cracking race here for Freddie Ang. He's now 3 seconds in the lead from Timothy Yeo, and that's very good news for him in his championship hopes right now. This double points is going to be awarded this weekend, and looks like Freddie stands a very good chance of getting the good haul. Here it comes, Timothy Yeo managed to get P2 away from Mitchell Chia, just off of our view. But he certainly got a very solid gap between him and Mitchell right now, 3.3 seconds, and that's really good enough to stay in the top 3.
Absolutely. So I think we're going to be on board with one of the racers right now, Victor.
Yeah, another interview. Over to you, Mior.
All right, guys, now I'm together with Justin down here in one of the garages. Again, we got the championship of the rookies of 2025, but right now it's a different role that you carry for 2026. Share with us, what is that actual role that you're having right now?
So currently I am the assistant race engineer for the TGR rookies. So it's a bit of a different change of pace. You know, last year I was racing and now I'm helping the rookies. Just basically navigate through the track, making sure they are at the tip-top condition.
Now, because of course, we kind of like understand when it comes to, you know, being the driver on the track, the suspense and the pressure and the expectations being on the track. But of course, with whatever it is that you're doing right now, it needs another set of skills, and it is not an easy job to do.
Yeah, absolutely. You need to be extremely observant. You got to know exactly what's happening, what's going on. You got to have your eyes, your ears on deck all the time. You got to be feeding information consistently. You got to make sure all of the information is correct as well, so that the drivers can focus more on the actual driving, and we are more their eyes around the track.
It's like literally like you're driving a drone on top of everybody, just making sure that everything runs the best that it possibly can. Of course, coming back a bit to your experience, granted you were the champion of the rookies last year. When you got into it, when you got into the Gazoo Academy, I would say, it must have been something that you've been wanting and really perform.
Yeah, absolutely. Since I started sim racing back in 2022, it's been an obsession of mine. I wouldn't even call it passion at this point. It's an obsession. I had one of my main goals for getting to sim racing was to become a race car driver. And given I had a lot less experience compared to my competitors, I knew I had a lot of work to do. But that didn't stop me. Obsession beats talent every single time. And 3 years later, I ended up being a part of the rookies and winning the championship.
Great. So, final question: will we be able to see you next year in the sporting class, perhaps?
Well, I'm still trying. Well, maybe, hopefully. I'll do my best.
Shout out to all the teams out there who wants a capable driver. Justin is just a phone call away. Thank you so much, mate. Appreciate it. All right, gents, back to you guys.
All right, interesting takes from one of our racers, of course, who came from the, I would say, from an e-sport background, and right now he is on the track as well. But man, it has been crazy, crazy storylines for most of our racers who come from the simulation background, and here we are in an actual track racing and chasing their dreams, of course. But at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, this is Toyota Gazoo Racing round 3 as we are underway for this 60 minutes endurance race. So as you can see on the screens, Freddie Ang still leads in P1, Timothy Yao in P2, P3 for Mitchell Chia, P4 for Nabil Aslan, Bradley Benedict on P5. Well, for the sporting class, we see Alson Liu in the top, Taj Izrin Aiman on P2, P3 for Aditya Patnaik, who is from the Excel team, of course. Adam Mikhail and Ian James coming from the back there. Well, Victor, how things going on, man?
Well, I saw a couple of changes that we had while the interview was going on just now. Aditya is able to put a car between himself and Adam Mikhail, so that solidifies his position in P3. A bit of action going on as Ng Chung Chin right now still is in the chase with Nick JZ. Nick, unfortunately, conceded a position to Ian James, car number 28, and Ian James is already pulling ahead. Another former rookie, by the way, also from 2025, but this time, unlike Justin, he managed to secure a racing seat here to get a wheel corp in the sporting class. Hopefully, Justin will be able to follow in his stead as well. But nevertheless, I think it's still a bit of a battle for the sporting class P6 right now, which is Nick's THZ still holding on to that over the control line as we speak. Elson Liu still far and away the leader right now in the sporting class. And no surprise given that he's got a lighter car, so he's got a huge advantage there, even against some of the super sporting guys. Would you believe that? But with Taj Izrin Aiman being 2 cars behind him, 2 super sporting guys, in fact, Adi Rahimi as well, Muhammad Shafiq Samsudin, it's going to be quite hard for Taj Izrin Aiman, another simulator champion in his own right, looking to try to make a place here in the sporting class. But he's going to have to fight it amongst even the big boys here if he wants to take the win this double points weekend.
For sure, man. You can see Elson Liu right now running around. Man, he has been in this very top performance. Been, following up his growth throughout the couple of seasons right now, and he has been putting on some stellar performance. But I would say the sky is the limit for Elson Liu. Could he succeed even further than the father? That is going to be a bigger thing to actually look forward to there, Victor. Carrying the legacy, I would say.
The Liu family,
yeah,
big storied family when it comes to Malaysian motorsports. A son and a daughter also racing this weekend, in fact. So Elson being the son in this case, right now in the lead for the sporting class. His sister Adele is racing in another racing series this MTCC weekend as well. So it's great to see the Liu family is still very, very active here when it comes to motorsports. Nevertheless, here's Taj Aiman. He's not been able to get Tom Go off of his heels for the longest time now. I mean, he's got a nice, cute kitty cat, but he's a tiger under the cockpit right now, that Tom Go.
Absolutely. Well, the chase is still on, and here comes
here
car number
goes.
33, just picking in from the inside, and that's a little bit of a contact, but still able to control that car number 71, Taj Izrin Aiman. But this is going to be crazy, man. I think there was a little bit of a warning coming in for car number 33 earlier. But then Tajis Renaiman, he was well under control for that.
I think Tom couldn't care less about the multiple simulator championships that Touch Agent Ayman has won. You know, that's my racing line, that's my car, that's my position I want. I'm going to take it if I can just unsettle you a little bit. And what a place actually to get a bit of contact there for Touch Ayman. It's got to be a heart stopper if I've ever seen one.
For sure.
And Mikhail around the inside of Dato Kenfu. Kenfu is going to have a much better exit, so he's keeping himself ahead. Both of these guys, different classes. Mind you, Tom goes super sporting and Adam Mikhail in the sporting class. But certainly Adam Mikhail would rather get this done and over with so he can actually catch up to Aditya Patnaik, who's leading ahead of the two of them by 3 whole seconds. Mikhail is going around the outside of turn 1. This time, can he keep the line right now into turn 2? Dato Kenfu is going to have to fight from the outside. This is going to be a bit tough for him to cover, but still stays real fender to fender. Front fender, unfortunately, forces him with contact to get onto the grass. And that's going to slow him down for sure to turn 4. So the Adam Mikhail is going to be able to keep the car in front of Dato Ken Fu. Can he keep the position after turn 4, though?
Yep, that's the biggest challenge, that he needs to keep on with it. But for now, everything is under control for Adam Mikhail. Although Dato Ken Fu is... they're not in the same category, isn't it, Victor?
That's the thing, like, you got to
look at that!
You got to keep the racing respectful,
Yeah.
unfortunately, when it comes to these multi-class like situations here. But you know, the thing is that the super sporting guy is Dato Kenfu in this instance, and you know, it's like how Alex has alluded earlier to some of the sporting guys not liking getting passed by the rookies. It's also the same, unfortunately, between the super sporting and sporting guys, and a bit unfortunate because again, they're running the same car effectively, so it's really only a difference of weights and skills at that point, right? So unfortunately, Alan's got the slightly faster car coming into turn 2 that time around. So Dato Kenfu, well, unfortunately, may just have to concede the position there if he's not able to get it back this lap.
For sure. So right now, things are just going through. We are in another 20 minutes to go. 20 minutes left in this race. And at the moment, we are on board with Erwin Lim, who's in car number 97. Well, we didn't get to see the old generation of Vios today, Victor. It's all new ones, aren't they?
Yeah, so all new ones since round 2, and this is a big opportunity for the rookie drivers because previously, you know, normally they run cars that are 1 generation behind you know, the super sporting and sporting class. This time, you know, and this is great for 2026. We got everyone now on the current generation Vios across all 3 classes. So. And especially, you know, we still will be seeing plenty of our classic Gen 1, Gen 2, and Gen 3 Vioses. Gen 1 and Gen 2 Vioses in the classic series. But that's going to be for next round. Unfortunately, for this round, it's all going to be about the Gen 3s. Ooh, looks like somebody's not too happy there. Eung Chung Chin has been trying very hard to get it gun to Nick TZ. He's going to dive straight onto the inside this time around. Doesn't want to give any quarters at all for Nick, but Nick still is able to outbrake him into the turn, though. He's not going to be too happy about that, I think, Eung Chung Chin.
Yeah, Eung Chung Chin, I mean, he tried in trying to go off a little bit aggressive, but I think Nick has been really calm in situations like this, and he was able to handle the pressure, and the pace and the way he braked there was spot on, and it's why it's keeping him in the front. But in this long straight, things could change, Victor.
Unfortunately,
he's trying again.
Yeah, he's trying again here. Eung Chung Chin, he sees that there's a bit of body work there. I think there might have been contact between Eung Chung Chin and Nick TZ off camera.
Hey!
Oh, there's contact on camera this time around, though. Nick TZ got into contact into turn 1, into turn 2. Nick is still in front, still holding him back here, holding Eung Chung Chin behind. Then you got Danny's Eung having to take a bit of grass around the outside there as he's in a bit of a side-by-side race with Monai just behind these 2 cars who got into contact just now.
Yeah, they're just going a little bit aggressive on the lines right now, let's say. There's a couple of turns that's coming up. Danny Eung from HLT Crestmax Motorsports. He's on car number 85.
Stays in front of Monai. That's going to be good. But he's got to also watch out for Anaki. He's in the red car, number 90, also looking to pick up some scraps. But Danny's is able to stay in front of both of his cars very nicely through turn 5.
Look at the pace Anaki has.
Naki's getting onto the inside of Monai. Exactly, that's what I'm also proud to highlight there. He's actually having a good run through this turn, forces Monai to go off track again. Might be another track limits warning here, but Justin To is also looking to get into the action. He gets in front, the number 13 in front of the number 89. That's Justin To in front of Monai.
Yeah, he's trying right now, trying to put the pressure onto the man in the front now. But still, car number 9 being really calm in situations like this. He knows there's a huge war going on at the back, but he's just keeping himself ahead, just focused on the track, focused on his position. In the meantime, you see the rest are still fighting to get ahead right now, Victor.
So much weight on Monai's car, and it's really becoming a bit of a sandbag, quite literally a sandbag actually, for Monai here. That's giving him a huge disadvantage in this fight. In this fight right now for 8th position in the sporting class. But Naki, the youngsters having quite a good run through there just now. Very well done to stay in front of Justin To, as well as to get the pass onto Monai. He's starting to nip again onto Danny's Ng. Still keeping a good position, and I think we're going to see another resumption of that little battle here. And that's number 68. You were asking just now. There's Lim Chung Beng.
Yeah.
He's finally gotten that rear bumper off his car. I think he's being lapped right now here by Mohammad Shafiq Shamsuddin. So he's not really on the same phase of the lap. He's going to stay out of the way there. There's Shafiq Shamsuddin coming through along with Touch Uzin Ayman, number 71, and Tom Go, number 33. Tom Go is looking like he's getting side by side with Touch Ayman again. Are they continuing to fight for position here? Tom Go is going to try to squeeze Touch Uzin Ayman. He's going to be able to get in front under braking. That's going to be position taken there by Tom Go.
Yep, he's trying. He's doing his very best. Tom Go at the moment.
And that's going to put the Taj Ayman now under threat. That's Aditya Patnaik in car number 91, the Axel car just behind the gray Saksama car. And Aditya, he is in the race together with Taj Ayman. Taj Ayman had Tom Go as a buffer, but now he's got nothing standing between himself and an Aditya P2 battle is underway now. Aditya has to look around the outside. Izrin Ayman is going to try to have a defensive line into turn 4, but Aditya goes for the dive. He switches around here, under braking, stays on the inside, tries to snatch it away, but Taj Ayman goes wide, goes off the track, in fact, to stay in front of Aditya Patnaik.
Oh, that was very, very risky move, but he took the risk there, but it didn't pay off really well. Tom Go is still able to get away from that, despite going a little bit wider from the initial attack coming from Aditya. But at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, things are still unfolding. We have another less than 15 minutes to go in this race. But man, what are we watching over here there, Victor? Look at this.
Good battle for P2. That's what we're watching here. He had a chance. He tried, but Ayman, he went off track though. So with race control constantly reminding the drivers here to respect track limits, hopefully to give him a little bit of leeway on that one there, because he was trying to hold position, but he did successfully stay in front throughout the whole turn there. Well, it's hard to say really from the camera angle, because if Aditya was able to snatch position from the apex on, that would have been his position, and Taj Ayman would have effectively overtaken Aditya from outside the track, which is not allowed. But from the transition point, I mean, again, the camera angle is quite hard for us to adjudicate. We'll just leave it up to race control right now to determine whether or not Taj Ayman made a legal move in that case.
For sure. So we're still going along over here with a couple of races coming through.
At that.
Oh, hold up.
Nabil Aslan
Bradley
under
Benedict in
attack.
it.
Yep, and Bradley Benedict already nipping on his heels here into the final turn. This is now Nabil Aslan, our championship leader, under pressure. A bit of a tap in the back as well here from Bradley for good measure. So now with P4 is also underway here. The P4 for the super sporting class this time.
He's trying in it. He's just doing his very best there. Bradley Benedict putting on all the pressure on Nabil Aslan. You've seen this rivalry a couple of times before, but who will prevail in this race so far? Can we see Bradley Benedict doing some of his mojo moves at the final moments? But Nabil Aslan, one of the best racers that has defended his positions throughout this entire rounds of races, I would say. But can he hold on, Bradley Benedict, for another 13 minutes, Victor?
I mean, it's a very interesting thing when you think about the background of both these racers here, because Nabil, who is the younger brother of Nakib Aslan, he and his brother came into motorsports through sim racing,
Yeah.
you know, being proteges of Alex Yom back in the day. Bradley Benedict, though, he and his brother both came through go-karting.
Go-karts, yeah.
So they were both champions of go-karting before they made the moves into motorsports. So two very different ways for both of these drivers to have gotten into this position in the first place. And right now, Bradley, you know, karting gives you a lot of experience in these sort of like wheel-to-wheel situations here, whereas like whereas like for sim racing, you know, you're typically racing in the virtual world. So it's very interesting to see how these two worlds really collide in this battle here. But I would say Nabil, he's the one who has the bigger disadvantage here. He has a lot of weight on his cars thanks to his positionings in the last couple of rounds. So he is carrying far, far more weight than what Bradley Benedict is carrying here. And that's what allowing Bradley now to constantly poke at him. He has a lot more momentum per lap Bradley has. Last lap around, he was like a tenth of a second faster. And he's definitely getting the toe off of Nabil Aslan in every single corner here. And that's now forcing Nabil to use every bit of skill right now to block Bradley's path in order to keep his P4.
For sure now, still going through here. Bradley Benedict trying to find a way through in front of Nabil Aslan. As you can see, the gap is just a little bit wider right now. It's all about the brakings that's coming up. Oh, race control, car number 15.
Yeah,
on turn 14 track limits, first warning.
That's one of our rookies, Ngo Yong Jin. Unfortunately, who has incurred that. But he's in a very, very tough P5 position, that rookie challenge, though. Meantime, Justin To on the inside of Danny's Ung, but they're both still trying to stay side by side, but I think Justin's got it just about done on the exit here, going downhill. You also have the number 66 here getting into the mix. That's Lo In Yi in the orange and gray car. She's really trying to stay on her toes throughout that, but unfortunately had to concede the place to Danny's Ung. And Justin To now can continue to bring the fight to Mo9. In the meantime, here comes Aditya Patnaik around the outside at touch with Ayman. This was the P2 fight right now for the sporting class that we saw earlier. Now it's come back again as we get onto the main straight. Touch Ayman still stays in front slightly. Aditya Patnaik still trying to hang on the outside of the track here. Both of them rubbing their cards against each other, but still, Touch Ayman is not giving way here. He still wants to stay in P2.
He still wants to keep his position right now. With 10 more minutes to go. It's going to be a change right now. Let's see, car number 33. We might make a move, but the gap was just right there. He just couldn't make the very best out of it there, Victor.
He had to go wide. Shafiq Samsudin stayed narrow, so he has a better line through there. Taj Ayman didn't get dived on by Aditya this time, but we saw Aditya do a dive when we came to turn 4, and that's going to be coming up soon. But unfortunately, the gap a little bit wider this time. So a bit risky for Aditya to do the same move that he did on to touch Ayman moments ago, unless he can close it in successfully under braking. But again, he has to toe a very fine line here. You're not allowed to move under braking, so he has to stay behind touch Ayman, as he seems to has done as he goes off screen there. But in the meantime, Tom Go and Shafiq Samsudin. Shafiq is in the car ahead here, the number 88, all white, as staying in front of Tom Go throughout all those last few corners. They are in the same class, Shafiq Samsudin and Tom Go, so they're fighting right now for P9 in the Super Sporting class. And Tom, we saw him get into a few scraps with some of the sporting guys. This time, it's going to be a scrap, actually, for positioning class.
Yep, Shafiq still holding on to his position. Let's see if Tom is able to put the pressure onto him. He has been putting the pressure, but kudos goes to Shafiq for keep on holding this position there, Victor. It's been quite some time right now.
Yeah, I think the two of them certainly are no strangers when it comes to racing wheel-to-wheel like this. They have certainly come to blows many times. Having a look right now, this is, I think, Laser Motor Racing garage there just now, as Tom Go tries to have a hook on the inside. Not too successful against Shafiq Samsudin. Shafiq is doing very well, actually, when it comes to defending. He typically does very well to hold up cars behind him, so he needs to be able to hold on for next 8 minutes. Wow, how does time flies here. The number 88 still in front of the number 33, just needs to hang on to this, and he will be able to secure P9 in class here for Shafiq Samsudin.
Let's That's for sure. Oh, that was
Oh, dive right
Bradley
now.
Benedict.
Bradley Benedict on the inside. Nabil Aslan. This could be it here. A fight is heating up for P4 just off of the podium position, but points still very much on the table here. Bradley finally able to get side by side. The exit is still good for Nabil Aslan though, despite the added weight. So he's going to have to do it the hard way, try to squeeze Bradley onto the outside as much as possible, but to no avail. They still remain wheel to wheel now, going to turn one. Only late braking can save this right now, but they still want to come into blows with each other here. Bradley's going to be forced to hang around the outside here. Nabil stays on the curbs, still trying to force Bradley to go wide, but Bradley still will be able to take the apex on the next turn here. Stays side by side. Now he's going to try to squeeze Nabil. Now he keeps the door firmly closed for him. Bradley Benedict moves up to P4.
That was a really good performance, really good move by Bradley Benedict. Made it in the front right now, leaving Nabil behind. And he has to hold on for the next 7 minutes if he wants to do that. Let's have a look on how this move happened, Victor. Look at that.
I mean, Bradley was trying to get himself as close as possible to Nabil, and he touched many times throughout that. He was weaving a lot there, but that's just to keep the car under control through the braking zone. But good thing he was able to hang on to that and stay in position to snatch the apex on turn two, and from that point on, he knew he got the job done.
Absolutely, he has done a really incredible job so far. And right now, Nabil Aslan definitely would be scratching his head like, how did that happen? But, you know, this battle has been going on for some time, and Bradley this time is in the front doing his very best. He's on form, I would say. But man, with 6 more minutes to go, can Nabil Aslan, you know, surprise us all in the end there, Victor?
I mean, you were asking like, you were saying like, Nabil be thinking about how he lost that. I mean, the fact still remains, he's carrying a lot more weight than Bradley, so I think it was inevitable. His best chance was probably to, you know, outbreak. Oh, Anaki forced off the grass there by Monai. That's going to lose him in position to Justin To, who swoops in on the inside, takes position, and Monai almost loses control on the shoulder of the penultimate corner. He's trying to get back into the slipstream of Justin To, stays in the position there as he goes through turns 7, 8. That was a very risky one there for Monai, and that might have cost Anaki a position, maybe even 2.
That was some crazy move coming on there by Monai there, Victor.
Yeah.
And we are, okay, we got it back, Victor. Anyways, we are underway, ladies and gentlemen, with 5 minutes to go. If you just tune in, this is the Toyota Gazoo Racing round 3 endurance race. As we are underway, this car number 90, who might have a chance. It's car number 85 right now.
He's recovered a position though. He was in front of Monai, but Monai's already passed him. But unfortunately now he's put in the clutches of Dennis Ng. He's already lost a position. He doesn't want to lose another one here. Stays on the inside, still keeping Dennis on the hanging around the outside there. That's going to be allowing him to keep the position, but he's got a bit of a gap now to try to catch up to Justin To, who took massive advantage of that move that Monai pulled on the Anaki just now to move up a place. So if anything, Anaki lost a position there to Monai, and that could be controversial.
Absolutely, Anaki, car number 90 at the moment. It's right now from 91 Racing, of course, and at the back we still see there's a couple of battles coming through towards this straight.
Lok Ingyi getting passed by Ashin Shanmuganathan, and unfortunately Shan is already in front of Lok. That's a bit unfortunate here for Ashin. But
who's leading on the rookies there, Victor? Still Ethan Lau?
Still Ethan. He's got actually a car between him and Urban Lim. He's got Ike Shah in between the two of them, and that's making it a little bit easier right now. So that's for the rookies class. But in the meantime, Justin To still keeps his car in front of Monai. He's the one actually benefiting a lot from Monai's little shenanigans just now. But now Monai is going to have to contend with Justin To having been the beneficiary of this, still in front of him, and frustratingly for Monai, he didn't really change his fortune when it comes to his class at all, still remains in P9.
Yeah, that's the main thing that we are watching right now, and at the moment we can still see most of these races coming around. This is Bradley Benedict, car number 55, getting challenged right now by car number 6 again. Ooh, like I said there, Victor, we might be in for one last surprise.
Late braking is going to be the only move Nabil can make, but unfortunately Bradley is already on the inside, so he will be able to keep the place. Can he keep it on an uphill though? This is going to be where Nabil's at his biggest disadvantage, but he's still able to stay around the outside of Bradley through all that, so it's not quite job done yet for Bradley. He still needs to be able to stay ahead of him in this final sector. Into the downhill section, this is where Nabil will start to have a bit of advantage, at least in terms of momentum, but Bradley, we know that he's a very good defensive driver. Can he keep Nabil behind through all that? He's already opening up a bit of a gap. That's going to be good for him. Coming into the penultimate corner, and I think Bradley might still be able to do it, but time is not on Nabil's side here, I feel, and certainly the car weight is definitely a big disadvantage.
For sure there you go. This is Freddie Ang, the race leader. What a race it has been. Who has been coming in a very amazing way. Well, he's coming into the last lap.
There's
there
the
we
last
go.
lap forward, so that's exactly what Freddie wants to see
Yeah.
here. 6 seconds in front of Timothy Yeo. He had a brilliant run from qualifying, going all the way towards the end of the 60-minute race, still in the lead. And looks like he's going to be on it to take the checkered flag. Brady Benedict still in front of Nabil Aslan, but his job not done yet. One last lap of battling to go here for P4 in the Super Sporting class.
It's not ending anytime soon for Bradley Benedict. Like what you said there, Victor, it's not job done for him yet. We still got one more lap to go. Anything could happen. Nabil Aslan looking, just waiting for that opportunity. But man, what a race Freddie Young has been having, you know, from the start right now, just keeping himself in P1. But is Mitchell Chia carrying a lot of ballast?
He's carrying ballast.
Ah,
Yeah.
no wonder.
He is
No
carrying
wonder he
ballast as
could
well,
not
but
keep it up. Yeah.
Freddie, I mean, definitely less compared to both Nabil as well as Mitchell in this regard. So that's why from the start of this weekend here, we knew that Freddie has a huge opportunity to catch up for a championship run here, and I think he's done pretty much the best he can do in this first race. But it's also an opportunity for Bradley as well as Nabil. Bradley now in front of our current championship leader coming into round number 3 here, and this is going to be exciting news here for Bradley and his garage, PS Harapan Menang. They are definitely on a good run here to get P4.
Yep, they're definitely on a good run for the P4 as we are watching right now. Bradley Benedict trying his very best to get away from car number 6, Nabil Aslan. But I believe that Victor, if he keeps up the same performance, it's job done for him, because the checkered flag is what's his focus right now. But I think I might be saying that too early. Ooh, what's going on there, Victor? Look at this.
Hanging around the outside, Bradley's going to be forced to take it narrow. That's going to leave him very vulnerable on the exit, coming into the Bajaya corner, but Bradley's just barely able to hang on to it. He's trying to cover up Nabil, but he's not able to do so as he's already gotten sufficiently alongside. Bradley's going to have to go narrow into this hairpin. Still stays in front of Nabil though. That's still good news here for the 55. But again, corners are running out. The opportunities are running dry here for Nabil Aslan. See, he's still trying to get around the outside here, but Bradley is not letting this opportunity go.
Oh, that was a heart-pumping moment there. Almost we saw Nabil Aslan getting in front there. He was just peeking in front, but then, man, I think Bradley Benedict has done a really good work in terms of his defensive position. But what a performance we're looking so far there, Victor.
Yeah, Freddie Ang is now coming, and he's about to win this. One more corner to go for him, and what a story it's going to be for his championship hopes right now. Double points in this weekend. A win here in race number 1 will seal that deal, but the checkered flag is beckoning, and Freddie Ang is coming around that final corner. Not put a foot wrong at all, got pole position, got the lead of this race, and he comes in here now to take the checkered flag to win race number 1 of round number 3. Timothy Yeo and Mitchell Chow just behind, trying to get alongside there. Very close finish P2, but Timothy just ekes it away, stays in P2. Mitchell has to settle for P3.
What a race, ladies and gentlemen. Bradley Benedict coming in into P4.
And whoa, Bradley Benedict, he's fallen back. Nabil Aslan has taken P4, stays in front of both Bradley as well as Kenneth Cole, who finishes at P5. Bradley had to concede for P6.
Man, I told you there could be one last blockbuster in this race.
And talking about blusters, Tom Go and Shafiq Samsuddin, they're going to try to eke this under the line. Over the line they go. Tom Go finishes in front of Shafiq Samsuddin to take 9th and 10. And that's the sporting class done. Sorry, the super sporting class done. In the terms of sporting class though, number 1 for Elson Liu. He takes win here in race number 1 for the sporting class. Touch Asian Ayman takes P2. Aditya Patnaik in P3 here for the sporting class. Adam Mikhail makes it P4 ahead of Ian James. So good job for Adam in number 77. Nick TZ has to settle for P6 while Ng Chong Chin in P7. Justin To manages to finish ahead of Monai here, so he takes P8 ahead of Monai's P9. Monamanaki, he could have gotten P9 or P8, but he has to settle for P10 in the sporting class. As for the winners in the rookie class, here comes Ethan Lowe, a win right now here in race number 1, round number 3 for the rookie sensation. Irvin Lin will be coming to take the checker flag soon to claim P2 in the rookies class. And Imran Iskandar, well, kudos to him, still stays on the podium for the rookie class as he takes a checkered flag here in P3.
What a splendid race we had in our hands today, ladies and gentlemen. If you just tune in, this is Toyota Gazoo Racing, and this is season 9, round 3, man. It has been a long endurance race with lots of drama and action. And in the end, only one man prevailed in P1, Freddie Ang from Tlagamas Toyota. What an amazing performance, I would say. Keeping himself, never put a foot wrong. And he kept himself in the momentum from the start till the checkered flag. And it is a proud, proud moment for Tlagamas. But not to forget, Timothy Yeo and also Mitchell Chia in P2 and P3. They will be bringing some crazy points for the next round.
And crucially from Mitchell as well as Timothy, they both finish ahead of Nabil Aslan. So this is going to eat away at Nabil's lead coming into this round here. And that therefore means that race 2, that's going to be very hard fought here. Nabil will be starting in front of these two drivers, mind you, and especially in front of Freddie Ang. So we could still see sparks fly when it comes to the sporting class once we get into tomorrow's race.
Well,
here's the winner, sporting class. He had 3 super sporting class cars that he passed in order to take this one here, even though it's only carrying 5 kilograms, but that is lucky 5 for lucky number 93 here, Elson Liu. Winner by a whole mile here ahead of Tajuzin Ayman. Finishes in P2 for the sporting class. Aditya Patnaik had a really good run against Taj Ayman, I think, in this race, but unfortunately not enough to take away that P2. So Aditya will settle for that P3 here, but I think that gave us quite a bit of entertainment in the last 60 minutes, didn't it?
Absolutely, man. Like I said, you know, that's where this is our race winner for the rookie sensation, Eden Lau, car number 17. What a performance! And you would be really surprised how old he is.
Only 15 years old.
Only 15 years old.
Going on 16. Actually, no, already 16
16
years
yes?
old.
Okay.
Just getting into the legal limit to get a racing license, and just in time to join us here for the 2026 season. And what a sensational win this has got to be for him. 60 minutes on the full track. This is not an opportunity a lot of 16-year-olds get, and much less the opportunity to win outright for this race here. 30 kilos he was carrying. Didn't feel like it was too much of a burden here for Ethan Lau.
Well, all the racers are back in their pits, but man, what a race we have in our hands. Ladies and gentlemen, remember there is one more race to go tomorrow, and that is going to be race number 2 for this endurance. Another 60 minutes of drama that we can expect from all of our races today. And those who won today, they'll be starting out from the back. So let's see how the performance unveils in that, Victor.
Yeah, reverse grid definitely throws a lot of uncertainties along the way. Not to mention the weather. I mean, today has been relatively well-behaved, I would say. The clouds here in Sepang. But
I like how you say it, well-behaved.
yeah, we know how naughty it likes to get sometimes, don't we? But certainly tomorrow, it's going to be 11 o'clock. It's going to be mid-afternoon by the time we get to the end of race 2 tomorrow. So who knows what the conditions will be like. But I think for now, the drivers will certainly be savoring this moment right here. Freddie pulls into the winner's box, and he's going to be cheering so hard once he gets out of that.
All happy cheers, I would say, for Freddie Ang and the team. And here comes our race winner.
Here he comes. Oh, he's going to be smiling from ear to ear for this one here. Freddie Ang, Tlagamas Toyota. Double points on this weekend, and double points he earns right now. And 100% performance to get him this win right here.
Who would have expected, eh?
I mean, I expected that he's going to be very thirsty from that. I mean, It was a bit of a cloudy day, but certainly it's still quite warm out on track. So these drivers now getting the hydration breaks.
Hydration break, finally. a proper hydration break in my point of view. Not one of the ones we saw for almost 2 months.
Well, with football fever behind us now, we can certainly heat things up for our Toyota Gazoo Racing, the 9th season we've been running so far. And it's been a great 9 seasons of racing together with these Toyota Vioses. The Gen 3s has served us very well so far in this 2026 season. And in the hands of all 3 classes here, from Super Sporting to Sporting and also the Rookies class. Got so much good racing to talk about in the last 60 minutes, didn't we?
Absolutely, man. Especially the last 15 minutes has been just bizarre. You know, lots of things happened. And especially when we are coming towards the checkered flag, I never expected Bradley Benedict to lose so many positions. That was mind-blowing. He was in peak 4, just 30 or 40 seconds away.
Yeah,
oh,
I
man.
mean, I hope we will be able to get like some sort of highlight, maybe even after this event, to see what happened because he was racing with Nabil Aslan, you know, into the final lap, and Nabil was at a massive disadvantage because of the added ballast weight. But it's sad to see that Bradley unfortunately lost those 2 positions, both to Nabil as well as Kenneth. So lost out on a bit of an opportunity here, unfortunately, for Bradley.
So Fred Young just waiting for his media team to arrive, I believe.
Just let him chill out.
Yes, we're going to be on board with him, with Mior, of course. Let's go.
You know, at P1 after qualifying, and you maintain that position, an hour endurance race, and you did it, champion, double points. Yeah. You must be feeling awesome, man.
I mean, yeah, it's good. I mean, the start went well, so yeah, the whole point was to stay ahead, and then of course to control the pace. Lap 1, we know overall, a 1 hour race we had the pace, so and we showed it today.
Yeah. But of course, I mean, like, it wasn't as, I mean, like, it was as exciting because you could see in your rearview mirror, you know, the pressing that you were getting from the guys behind. Mitchell was actually attacking it one time, but Timothy came in on board after that. So tell us about that, you know, experience when you were out in front, because it's not like you're chasing anybody, you're just trying to defend that lead.
Yeah, that's a good part, you know, starting at the lead. The whole point, again, everyone's fast in the first 5 laps, so the whole plan was to hold them back, and then pace by pace, put a good lap time every lap, and yeah, we did it.
All right, and what does this mean for the championship? Obviously, with the double points, you obviously came out with an extra advantage heading forward, but of course with the ballast that you'll be carrying tomorrow, so it's a whole new day, a whole new ball game for you guys as well?
Yeah, we are carrying 40 kilos tomorrow, and then it's a reverse grade. We're starting from 6. Let's see, you know, at the end of the day, we still have another weekend, end of the year, another 2 more races. So, yeah, just do our best.
Of course, the best you obviously did today. Again, congratulations to you, and we hope that we see you again tomorrow. You know, doing the best that you can. Congratulations, Freddie.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that has been it for round number 3. It has been so exhilarating, actually, for the Vios Gold Championship 2026, round number 3, race number 1. But don't worry, if you really want more racing, if you really want to see all of the 3 different classes, the Super Sporting, the Sporting, as well as the Rookie classes, don't forget to join us tomorrow as early as around 10:30. Just go to our socials, because we have all the listings down there, and we will be live with you for race number 2 for round number 3. As mentioned as well earlier, it is double points weekend. The championship is definitely up for grabs. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow with the reverse grid, the first being in the 6th position, and so on and so forth. So anything can happen here for the Vios Go Challenge 2026. So make sure you guys do follow us on our socials. We want to hear your thoughts on how was the race today and what can you expect to happen tomorrow as well. So that's it from us here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit. Hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you enjoyed the race. Hopefully you have calmed down enough, but it's definitely going to be up back again. Let's gazoo down here at the Petronas Sepang International Circuit for the Vios Go Challenge 2026.
Yeah, let's gazoo indeed. And I would say it's not pretty calm over here in the commentary box, as It's been a very interesting turn of events, I think, when it comes to this race here. Thank you so much, Mior, for that outro as we have a look right now on our provisional results. Freddie Ang takes the overall win here for Telagamas Toyota, with Timothy Yeo taking second place for RH Kowloon Motorsports. Mitchell Jia takes the last spot on the podium, or rather the top three for Team Prima Pearl SP Selatan. Nabil Aslan excitingly managed to keep fourth position at the very end of this race. Kenneth Cole finishes here for PCM Group Racing Team. Bradley Benedict in sixth position for PS Harapan Menang. We'll be hoping to do better next round. Rather, in next race. Then we have the rounding out of our entire list here for that super sporting class, and that has been your top 6 as far as that's concerned. Now, having a look right now at our sporting class provisional results that will be coming up soon here. There we go. Elson Liu, Honghuan X Armada KK Racing takes the win here in the sporting class. Taj Izrin Aiman makes it up into second place here for Saksama Motorsports, ahead of Aditya Patnaik from Axel Sports. Adam Mikhail makes it best of the rest here for Gmart Best Autosport. Ian James does get Wheel Corp up into the 5th position, while Nick Chiet Z takes that 6th position here for the sporting class for the awesome racing team, finishing ahead of Ng Chong Chin, Justin To, Monai, and Anaki. Let's have a look at the highlights here for this race. It's been a very interesting start for this race here. 60 minutes of racing, and already from the get-go, oh, there was contact. That's why the number 70 of Hendra Adiputra was out at the start of this race here. That's very unfortunate for him. The first retirement of this race. We saw some wheel-to-wheel action here. The number 32 versus the 85. Danny's forced to hang it around the outside. Here's Taj Aiman in the gray and green Saksama Motorsport car. Got in quite a few fights in this race here. But not to forget the rookies class. This was Irvin versus Ethan, and Ethan was eventually able to get in front there to take the win in that rookies class. This was this was Adi Rahimi attempting to get to the inside of Kenneth Cole, as well as William Ho. Bit of contact, unfortunately, here for Megat Ayman, for Damien, so he unfortunately had to get that sorted out. Well, in the meantime, more contact, as this was a battle for P2, fought for a very long time between Tachibin Ayman as well as Adira Patnaik. And this was Bradley Benedict desperately trying to keep, or rather to take P4 from Nabil Aslan. He almost seemed like he had got it in the final lap. Did not quite work out. Anaki forced to take onto the grass, and that was what allowed Justin To to pass not only him, but Mo Nai at the same time to gain 2 places in one fell swoop. With a checker flag out for Freddie Ang, he gains the double points win he needed from race number 1. Can he do it again, though, in race number 2? Yeah. Bring it. Look at all this childish, bring it. Look at all this childish, bring it.